Question for the men. Why is it that men have stopped approaching women in real life?
I feel this exact way too, and I decided I'm gonna go see what they're talking about online.
Guys are so lucky. You guys do not understand. So I'm 25, right? I'm sitting here and I'm having to build a fucking roster. I'm having to sit here and go out and do things I don't want to do.
Question for the men. Why is it that men have stopped approaching women in real life? Because I feel like back in the day, like in the 90s and early 2000s, it was so common for men to walk up to women, strike up a little conversation, and just see where the vibe goes, you know? But nowadays, I don't really see that anymore. If you're a man, what made you stop approaching women?
I feel this exact way too, and I decided I'm gonna go see what they're talking about online. So I went onto the internet and I typed in why dating sucks, and I looked up content by men for men to see why are they irritated with the dating space, and generally why are they not trying. So what I first found is that they think right off the bat that social media is one of the reasons why dating sucks for them. Okay, but what? How? It's because we're on social media, and in their minds, we get so many likes and so many comments and so much false attention through DM. They think that we get so much of that it has given us a false perception of our attractiveness. Another thing that they have been telling each other too is that we see so many TikTok boys on the daily that give us a false perception of what an attractive man looks like. I don't know about you guys, but I don't see TikTok boys, and if I do see them, I don't think that they're like the pinnacle of top tier male attraction. But that's just me. Personally, I want an 1800s man like that girl on TikTok who did the interview. Another thing that they have told themselves is that if a girl likes you, she's just gonna give it up to you. She's gonna kiss you on the spot. She's gonna give you that ooh na na. They do not actually take into accountability boundaries or like comfortability or emotional connection or intelligent connection. No, they just think that we're gonna be like, no. But they don't care what we say. Doesn't matter how loud we scream it. So the response from them with all these little weird reasons is to not fix themselves, but to try to police us. And this is where you see them in the comment sections like, well, what do you bring? You only go for the top 10%, telling us that we need to give the bottom 80 a chance. What they really mean is give the bottom 5% a chance, which is most of them. Did I make that up? Yeah, I did, because that's what they're doing. They're making up numbers. I can make up numbers too. So yeah, they have absolved themselves of actually working on themselves, and they have created all these weird kooky reasons about girls who are 8s seeing themselves as 12s, and in reality, in normal society, they would usually be with a 6, but because of this, they think they deserve an 11. I know you think, okay, well, this just exists on the internet. This is just like these weird little corners. By the time it makes it to the internet, this is conversation that they're all already having in the workplace. This is a conversation that they're having in the bus, in the locker room. It's out there, it's in their heads, and it's in society now.
Guys are so lucky. You guys do not understand. So I'm 25, right? I'm sitting here and I'm having to build a fucking roster. I'm having to sit here and go out and do things I don't want to do. I don't want a roster. I don't want to go out and date. I don't like this hookup culture. I don't like any of it. But I feel like I don't have a choice. Men, you guys just get to sit there and you guys can go wait until you're in your 30s, you're almost 40, and you can just go get with a girl that's in her fucking 20s and live a normal life. Girls don't have that luxury. I'm now sitting here at 25 having to figure out how the fuck to get back in these fucking streets so I can figure out, so 10 years down the line, I'm not sitting there single still with my daughter being an only child. Like, I want to have a family. I want to have kids. I want to be happy. Like, I want all of these things. But people don't want that nowadays, it feels like no matter, it's like, what is this dating stuff? What is Hinge? What is Tinder? What is all of this? Like, it's disgusting. Like, my friends helped me make a Hinge and a Tinder, and it's like, I hated it. I ended up deleting my Hinge, and I'm getting ready to delete the Tinder because it's just like I don't want to talk to anybody on there. Like, I don't want to do any of this. Like I'm just sitting there like a magazine going through like clothing. That's what it feels like, and it's like, I don't want that, and I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be a part of that at all.
Because no means no. Men are sick of chasing and begging for a woman to go out with them. Also, when they don't chase or pressure us, they are showing their respect towards us. They respected our no. They respected our decision. You want them to not take no for an answer?
I don't live my life to please anyone. I don't care what anyone thinks. If you don't like me, don't talk to me. Problem solved. Your approval isn't my responsibility. Your opinion isn't my concern. I'm not here to fit into your expectations or shrink myself to make others comfortable. My authenticity isn't negotiable. My peace isn't for sale. I've learned that people-pleasing is a prison you build yourself. True freedom comes when you stop auditioning for affection and start living for your truth. The right people will love the real you. The wrong ones never would anyway. Live boldly, unapologetically, completely in your power.
Why are men opting out of dating in 2026, and what is the mainstream media getting wrong?
Well, I would say there's been a very long journey, psyop, if you will, against men, specifically masculine men, heterosexual men in the West. So there's been this huge movement across time. It's not acute. It's pretty longitudinal. I would say since the onset of feminism, for sure, where men are the group that it is fair to attack. They are the group that it is fair to objectively disrespect and shame. And especially women are protected. They are the protected group. When we separated the home, we broke the nuclear family, women became dependent on the state. When we did that, it was easy for the state to then go ahead and emasculate men, both from their own laws and regulations. We could talk about divorce laws and custody and all those things, assets. And then we look at the improvement of women's quality of life with the state backing that. So the more that we've empowered women, the more that we have lost men over time in space. So men, because of these things and women's attitudes, what we're brainwashing women to believe about men, because there are women without experience with men who just believe that all men are dangerous and toxic and perverted, that all men cheat, they're all liars, they're all, again, these are stories. But if you say something long enough and loud enough, people will believe it without experience, without the lived experience, especially because we live on social media. Most people do. And so men, after being told that they're wrong, that they are bad, that there's something wrong with them, that any ounce of competitiveness or aggression or acknowledgement, right, is toxic, right? Once you realize you can't win a game, there's no point in continuing to play, right? So they're opting out not because they are afraid of commitment or that there's something wrong with them or that they're not willing to grow or that whatever it is, whatever excuse it is that allows us to continue to attack men for not losing all of their spines and just pretending that women are the goddesses of the world that they must submit to and be told what to do and bossed around by and disrespected by. Like no man, no self-respecting man is signing up for that. And if men want to be in relationships at this point in time with the cultural things, with the media propaganda, right, and with women's attitudes, they would be signing up for that. They're not wrong for walking away from it. They're recognizing what's happening and they're appropriately responding to it. That's why.
But the truth about me is, I never fake care for anyone. When I choose to care, it's real, it's genuine, and it's because I want to, not because I expect something in return. I don't need anything from you to validate my actions or to make me feel like what I'm doing is worthwhile. What I give from my heart without any hidden motives or strings attached. I believe in sincerity and showing up for people because it's the right thing to do, not because I'm looking for something in exchange. That's just who I am. If I invest my time, my energy, or my love, it's because you matter to me, plain and simple. I don't need anything in return. I just want to be there because I care. That's the kind of person I am, and that's how I choose to live my life.
Let's talk about the 3 main reasons why he stopped chasing you. Okay, so you were seeing this guy who was super into you, pulling out all the stops, and just as you were basking in how glorious it is to be pursued so fervently by a guy you actually like, he stops. And suddenly it seems like he's not so into you and you have no idea what happened. This is what happened. Number 1, he caught you. I mean, the obvious answer is he caught you. The chase is a means to an end. It's not the end. It's a means to winning you over. Once you've been won, there's not really a need to chase you anymore. It's also possible he's just settling into a more normal, sustainable routine, one where he doesn't need to be texting you all day and bringing his A game constantly. If you can't handle this and you need his constant validation and constant pursuit in order to feel okay, in order to feel secure in the relationship, then you need to look within and see why this is. Ask yourself, what need is he fulfilling for you and how can you fulfill it yourself? Number 2, he's losing interest. Here's a secret. Well, not a secret because I talk about it on other videos on here. But when a guy's pursuing you with full force in the beginning, It's not so much a reflection of how much he likes you. He's just really trying to get you to like him. And I'm not talking about love bombing. I'm just talking about a regular guy doing regular pursuit things, like texting you consistently and just showing up when he's supposed to show up. He obviously sees potential because he wouldn't be pursuing you otherwise, but he can't really like you yet because he doesn't know you yet. So sometimes when a guy stops doing this, it's really just because he realized it wasn't a match, and that it feels to you like the rug is being pulled out from under you, but it's really just him realizing that, okay, I don't think there's anything worth pursuing here. And yes, maybe he should do a better job of explaining that to you, but that's most likely what's going on in those cases. And I just want to add, I know it's so painful and feels so personal, but not everyone's a match. That's it. Not everyone's a match, and that's okay. And number 3, you're too available. If you're always there, always waiting in the wings, always there as soon as he summons you, then there isn't really much of a need to chase you because you're just too available. Now, I am not saying to play games or play hard to get. I'm saying be hard to get. Fill your life so that you have a fun, fulfilling life, so that you have a lot going on, so that you're not only looking forward to hearing from him. Like, that's not the only exciting thing you have going on in your life. You have multiple things in your life that bring you joy and bring you excitement. Have a full, amazing life that he wants to be a part of, instead of making him the sole center of your life, because that's not appealing. It's actually kind of creepy and it's a turnoff.
Real talk, many men don't approach because they're afraid of expressing their sexual desires. In fact, a lot of them are ashamed of it because they don't want to be labeled as a creep by some crazy TikTok chick. So they refrain from doing it altogether, and then they end up being seen as not bold or masculine enough for the women they want, when in reality, they're just trying to be respectful. Ladies, I'm not defending bad behavior. One of my most uncomfortable memories is walking around Beirut in a blue fitted dress, having men gawk and whistle at me. But you have to understand, a lot of this is confusing to men. On the one hand, we ask them to leave us alone, but on the other hand, we complain that they don't approach us. So what do I propose? If you want to be approached, make it obvious. Get off your phone when you're in public, smile, and say hi. Let's be collaborative instead of contributing to the problem.
It's a threat. In a passive-aggressive way, he is baiting you into pursuing him, into taking the lead. You might think, oh, it's not a problem, I'll just pursue him instead. Yet it is a problem, because if you will actually fall for it and will take the lead, he will never develop strong feelings for you, as you will be behaving masculine and he will end up taking feminine female position. So what do? Well, you can think to yourself that feminine men are not your type and to stop entertaining him in general, or keep dating him while still staying in your feminine without chasing him. And what, will he actually chase you or not?
You cannot stay in environments where people don't know the true value of you. If you stay in environments where people don't recognize the value of you, you will shrink your gift to the size of what they can stand. And that's what causes anxiety and depression and stress, because you have had to shrink into a form where people can tolerate you. I refuse to be small because you think small. I'm not shrinking my vision because you can't catch up. You either better roll with me or you gonna get rolled over.
If a man ever brags that they do not chase women, they brag that they're not going to go out of their way for women, you, like men, you want to be a princess, you want a man to chase you, they haven't admitted to themselves that they are like actually gay. Okay.
If a man brags that he doesn't chase women, it's because he has self-respect and standards. And he's probably made the mistake of chasing a woman in his past, which he lived to regret. He's probably a little bit older and he's really happy in his life with his hobbies, his work, and his friends, which makes him very smart because he's not going to just rush into anything. But he's not dead. Like, of course, if a woman comes into his life that he is interested in, he's going to do a little bit of effort, but then he's going to wait to see if she gives effort back. And then he continues that cycle while getting to know her. But if he's really smart, he's going to do his research. He'll check out her socials, he'll probably Google her, and then he'll do something that I think every smart man should do before investing in a woman, which is running a public data check on a trusted website like publicdatacheck.com. It can save you guys a lot of hassle.
A man who refuses to quit is dangerous. You can beat him down, take everything from him, and still he'll find a way to rise. His strength doesn't come from comfort. It comes from pain, from loss, from the nights he had nothing but his own will to keep him going. You can doubt him, you can count him out, but you can't break him, because a man who's decided to keep fighting has already won.
Question for the men. Why is it that men have stopped approaching women in real life?